Welcome to the WNBA Picks and Plays edition. My name is Abby. This is for Tuesday, August the 26th. In the WNBA, we have two games to go over with you. And by now, as you all know, the odds are on the front end of your screen, covers.com, line moves, totals, injury reports, the more extensive version on the back end, oddslogic.com, the latest up-to-date line moves, totals, and injury report at the tip of your fingers at every moment, every second. You can get this information. Again, covers all professional sports leagues, college football, which started already. NFL starts next month, and the other sports starting this fall. Again, it's oddslogic.com, a great tool to use to get information that you need at your fingertips right away. Again, take advantage of it. It will be in the description below, oddslogic.com. You'll see all the information there. Very useful and resourceful information that you can definitely use to your advantage. Again, oddslogic.com. We will go over the first of two games. First game is Seattle at Indiana. This one opened up -2, total 162.5. Now we are seeing right now -4 across the board, and we're seeing the total of 168 across the board. Now, some 3.5s are showing up, but it's mainly 4s across the board right now. I'm going to have a climb play for this game. Injury report here. We will go over that now for this particular game. That's Seattle, Indiana. Don't think Seattle has much injuries. It's mainly Indiana, I would think. Sophie Cunningham, as you know, is out for the season with a knee injury. Ari McDonald out for the season with a foot. Sydney Colson out for the season. Caitlin Clark out indefinitely. But on the Seattle side, Katie Lou Samuelson's been out forever with a knee. Nika Mule out for the season with a knee. So pretty much Seattle's got a healthy squad. Indiana, not quite. So we'll look where the public and sharps are for this game right now. Public on Seattle. Oh, this is a mixed bag. Yeah, there's a little bit here of resistance on the side. A little bit of resistance on the side for this game. A little bit of resistance. However, on the total, the public is on the over in this game. They like the over. They're definitely on the over in this one. So we'll look at this matchup here between these two teams. Like I said, I have a client play for this game. I'll give that to you in a moment. Now, they have played twice already, both of these teams, as you can see. First meeting in Seattle, June 24th. Seattle 4-point favorites. Indiana covered and 194.86. It was over 168. Second meeting, August 3rd in Seattle. Seattle's a 3-point favorite. Indiana won 78-74, under 165. So now this is the third meeting now. Actually, I'm going to give you guys two plays in this one. I'm going to give you two plays that I like. Two plays. So Seattle, last 5, they won 3 straight. They've won 3 in a row. And they're 4 and 5 in the last 5 games. They've won 4 out of the last 5 games. They have covered on the 5-game winning streak. They've covered as a favorite. They've only covered because they've been favored 4 out of the 5 times on the road as a favorite, and they've only covered once in their last 4 games as a favorite. So keep that in mind. Even though they've won 4 out of their last 5 games. Keep that in mind. And they are 3-2 to the over Seattle. So I have 2 plays for you guys. Indiana. So the Pacers here. I'm sorry, not the Pacers. The Fever. I'm thinking of the NBA. So the Indiana Fever. They have lost 4 of their last 5 games. They've lost 2 in a row. They had a home and home with Minnesota, lost both of those games. They haven't covered their last 2 games as a dog. So it's been a while since they've covered a spread. They're 4-1 though in the last 5 games. 4-1 to the over last 5. So we'll give you 2 plays here. Actually, sorry, 1 play for this game. I said I have 2 plays. We're going to give you 1 client play. So the 1 client plays, which I agree with the public, we're going to go with the over 168.5. I like this one a lot. In the first 2 meetings, they've split the over-under. It's 1-1 to the over-under. But both teams right now are playing to the over, like we mentioned before. Seattle 3-2 to the over, Indiana 4-1 to the over. So the over makes a ton of sense. I agree with the public here. I had mentioned 2 plays for this game, only 1 play. So only have 1 play for this game. So take the over Indiana over 168 and over 168. There are some 168s and a halves as well that are slowly starting to show up, but I like the 168. Take the over there, but shop around for the best number. But I like the over in this game. So we're finished going from 1 game. We have the other game to discuss with you here. Game number 2, we're looking at Phoenix and LA. So this one here has opened up 3.5, total 172.5. So the line's gone to 4. Phoenix at -4. Total's gone to 177.5. We are starting to see a few 178s, but mainly 177.5. We're looking at the injury report here for this game. Get the update. I think both teams are relatively healthy. I don't think there's going to be any major injuries here, but let's double check. Just Natasha Mack, questionable to return in this game. Again, undisclosed injury, but she looks like she's going to be out for this tonight's game. We're not sure because her status hasn't been updated in about 4 days, so she's 50-50 to return tonight. So her status is up in the air, but it's undisclosed why she's out. No update on her. No update on her quite yet. But other than that, both squads are pretty healthy. For the most part, they're pretty healthy. No injuries here. So we're going to look at the public inside on this one. Public all over LA in this game. And they like the over. So we'll look at these 2 teams here. We'll take a look now. Take a look at this right now. We'll look at the head-to-head matchup. So they played twice already. They played 2 times. Yeah, played twice. Yeah, they played twice already. First meeting May 21st, beginning of the season. In Phoenix, Phoenix won 89-86. They were a 5-point favorite, and LA covered that one. And it was over 159. Second game, June 1st in LA. And LA was a 4.5-point favorite in Phoenix, and Phoenix won 85-80. It pushed at 165, depending where you got the number. It was a push. So now we're going to look at the last 5 games between these 2 teams. Phoenix, last 5. They've won 3 of their last 5 games. Phoenix has won 3 of their last 5. And they have covered they've covered 2 straight games as a favorite. So they're 3-5 last 5, and they are 3-2 to the over. 3-2 to the over. And we're going to look at LA, the LA Sparks. They've been off for a week. LA's been off for a whole week. They haven't played ball in a while. So 3-2 last 5 games, LA. So they've been alternating wins and losses. LA's been alternating wins and losses, 3-2 last 5, and they are 4-1 to the over. So both teams playing to the over. Let's look at this one carefully here. I'm gonna have a client play for this game as well. Let's just take a look at this here, a little bit here. Hmm. Hmm. So there are two plays you can look at here. I'm gonna look at LA's been out for a week. They've been out for a whole week. When they've altered wins and losses. Let's see. This is. Let me take a look at this. Okay, so the play for me in this game, I'm gonna take in this game the first half over. We'll take the first half over. This is the one we're gonna go at. First half over 91.5 in the first half over. Shop around for the best number, but we're gonna take a look at that. We're gonna go at that angle. 91.5 in the first half. Yeah, we're gonna take that route. When these teams faced each other, I know they put up 87 points in the first half in the last meeting. They put up 87 in the first half. And the meeting before, they did put up around the same 88. They put up 88 in the first meeting in the first half combined, 88 combined points in the first half combined. And in the second meeting, they put up 80. I think I said 87. Let me see what I said. They put up 87. Yeah, 87 points. So the total here is the first half total is 91.5. So I would still take the over in this one. I'd look at the over 91.5 in the first half. My only concern is LA's been off for about a week. They've been off for about a good week, so there could be a little bit of rest. They might be rusty because a week off is a long time, and then you have to get back into the flow of the game in terms of your offensive output. So that's the concern, a little bit of rust in this game. That's my concern for this one. But I would look. That's the first angle. I look at 91 over 91.5 in the first half, and I also take a look at the full game. I like the full game over as well. But play this. But just to full warn you, play this cautiously. I would cautiously play this one because, like I said, there might be a little bit of rust on LA for them being off for a week. The scoring might be a little off, so play this one cautiously. My thing is, what I would do, I would live bet this game. I would if you have the luxury to do this, I'd live bet it. This is the game that you have to live bet. I would live bet this game on the total. That's one suggestion I would look at. Live bet this game just to get a feel for how it's going to begin before doing that first half over. Because me personally, I'm gonna live bet this one. I'm gonna live bet this game here. Yeah, I'm gonna live bet this. And what's another thing I would suggest? Let me just see something here. I'm just checking. There's a lot of things I'm looking at. Mm. So that's like I said. Like I said, that's my concern with LA. That my concern with them is that offensive situation. The offense not being up to par. I'm just looking at something here. Let me see. Another thing you can look at as well. There's another angle to look at here. If you know if because I'm pretty much uncertain about I just give you that as a client play, but I'm gonna bet that. Like I said, I'm gonna bet that live. I'm gonna bet this live and just get a feel for how the game is going so far before I take the first half over 91.5 and the full game over. I'm gonna bet this one live, but I do have another play that you can do. This one is gonna be a client play. This one will be a client play. So the one we're gonna look at here, we're gonna take a look at the first half. LA first half plus 2.5. I like him here. In the last game, they covered Phoenix in the first half, 50-37, and then Phoenix came back and won this game. This is in June 1st, so we like that here. And then when they played Phoenix in Phoenix in the first meeting, LA won the first half 46-42. So the client play I'm going to give you guys here. I'm taking this one here. This is what I'm going to take. Take LA in the first half plus 2.5. LA in the first half plus 2.5 is going to be the client play for this game. We're going to go with that. LA in the first half plus 2.5. We're going to go with that one. LA in the first half plus 2.5. Shop around and get the best number, but that's the play that we're going to do. Like I said, in the first two meetings, LA's beaten Phoenix in the first half. Although Phoenix has come back to eventually win the game, that's the best move. LA in the first half plus 2.5. I'm gonna stick to that. I'm gonna go with that. I know they haven't, like I said, I know they haven't played in a week, but I'm gonna stick to that. I'd rather stick to that. At least them covering the first half than the first game than the first half over 91.5. Both teams combined to score over 91.5 in the first half. I'd rather take that route. And like I said, I'm going to be live betting this game as well, so I can get a feel for how LA is going to play and how this game's going to play out before taking that first half over 91.5. So like I said, take plus 2.5 LA, a first half home dog. I'll be glad to take that plus 2.5 in the points. Take that. LA is trying to get that 8th and finals playoff spot, so expect them to fight. They're going to be fighting hard. So at least in the early stages of this game, I would definitely look at that. I would take a look at that. That's at least take a look at that 2.5 in the first half. I'll be on that. And like I said, take the over in the Seattle game. Seattle over one. We said in the Seattle game the over 168. I take the over in that one. Jump on the over. Shop around for the best number there and take the over in that game. All right, so we've gone through both games. We've gone through all of them here today. So again, whether you fade or follow these picks, it is up to you. Again, we gave you 2 client plays for free. Gave that to you today. I'll be using those tonight. The over in the Seattle game, 168. Shop around for the best number. First half LA Sparks plus 2.5. First half home dog plus 2.5 LA. Again, if you want to jump in on the live bet to get the over in this game, that's probably the best way to approach this before playing that first half over, the full game over. Live bet this one because I'm going to be doing that tonight. I'm going to be live betting this tonight, so I can get a feel for the first 5-10 minutes and then jump in and then to do what I have to do. But that's my take on that. We gave you the client plays here. Again, go to the description below. Again, sportsmemo.com, Abby Sports Picks. We'll have client plays available for you guys. College football, I'll have some client plays for that. This week, actually this Thursday, I'll have something this Thursday for the college football. CFL, I'll have some client plays for Labor Day weekend. I'll have some Labor Day weekend client plays for that as well. And WNBA, you already know, we got you covered there. So again, and don't forget to go to oddslogic.com. Go there, up to the minute, up to the second information, line moves, totals, and the injury report, oddslogic.com. Very resourceful and useful information to use at your fingertips. You can use that and take advantage of that. All right, so good luck to you guys. Stay true to yourself, stay blessed, stay humble, believe in yourself. Let's have a big productive Tuesday. On Wednesday, once again, we have a pair of WNBA games. It seems like the whole week up until tomorrow, there are just a pair of games. And then Thursday, we start to get into more games. But again, until then, good luck. Let's have a productive Tuesday, and we'll see you tomorrow. Peace and out. Take care.